There are people walking this earth, some well past their 100th year, who have never taken an antibiotic, never relied on sleeping pills, never needed statins. Their medicine cabinets contain no factory-sealed bottles. Just jars of honey that remember Eisenhower's presidency, tinctures dark as molasses from the first Bush administration, hand-stitched linen bags holding mushrooms foraged during the moon landing. After documenting traditional healers across 5 continents, midwives who still deliver breech babies with their hands, farmers who set bones with willow splints, war survivors who outlived every hospital in their province, I discovered 15 layers of healing wisdom modern medicine is only now beginning to understand. This is not a rejection of science. It's the missing half of healthcare we threw away. The 3-moon tea cycle, or how they prevent illness before it starts. Every autumn, without fail, they prepare what Scandinavians call the winter thread, a triple-strength pine needle infusion aged in specific phases. New moon harvest only north-facing white pine tips, layer with last season's dried rose hips, and cover with cold spring water. Waxing moon, daily stir only at dawn with a hawthorn stick. Add 1 fresh juniper berry each morning. Never let the temperature exceed 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Full moon, strain through unbleached linen, bottle in blue glass, store where the cellar wall meets earth. Modern lab analysis shows this method preserves 300% more vitamin C than boiling. It also cultivates beneficial yeasts on the hawthorn stick, and interestingly, the lunar temperature fluctuations extract different compounds. Prevention means preparing medicine when you're well, for the self you'll be when you're weak. Every healing tradition has some version of this, the Five Finger Poultice, their universal first aid. For the village midwife in Bulgaria, plantain, also known as the band-aid leaf comfrey, the bone knitter, yarrow, the wound stitcher, garlic, the infection fighter, and oak bark, the inflammation tamer. The preparation ritual involves chewing fresh leaves briefly to activate enzymes, mixing them with saliva and warm clay, and applying the mixture while singing the patient's mother's lullaby. Science now shows that human saliva contains opioorphin, which is 6 times stronger than morphine. Clay binds to bacterial toxins, and the vibration of familiar songs reduces stress hormones. Open any healer's cold storage to find the 3-year rotation. Year 1, fresh garlic fermenting in honey. Year 2, last year's ferment being decanted. Year 3, the elder syrup reserved for pandemics. The 4 sacred starters: a sourdough born before television, a kombucha SCOBY from the old country, milk, kefir grains that survived the war, fermented bean paste older than the children. Microbiome research confirms these living foods maintain gut biodiversity comparable to Amazonian hunter-gatherers, the gold standard for immunity. The directional harvest, when to pick matters more than how. They never gather. Heart medicines afternoon, when plants focus energy downward. Liver herbs in rain, when volatile oils wash away. Nerve tonics during east winds, when alkaloids change. Phytochemical studies prove digitalis levels in foxglove peak at 9:17 a.m. Willowbark salicin increases 40% before storms. Chamomile's apigenin content shifts with moon phases. The sleep compress advanced version. Beyond the basic flaxseed bags, masters use the 7-layer wrap. The 7-layer wrap linen soaked in oat straw infusion, fresh cabbage leaves bruised with a rolling pin, grated ginger root, mustard powder mixed with egg white, wool from black sheep, never sheared during the waning moon, beeswax-coated cotton, and the final layer of unwashed sheepskin. Biochemical effects. This creates far-infrared heat, ionic mineral exchange, and continuous herbal vapor. The bitter bite protocol. Advanced practitioners take bitters. Seasonally, spring dandelion root and orange peel, summer mugwort and grapefruit pith, autumn burdock and walnut hull, winter gentian and pine resin. By constitution, fire types benefit from cooling bitters like chicory, earth types do well with spicy bitters such as angelica, and for air types, grounding bitters like hops are ideal. True masters track the Shadow Clark expansion. Scene 5, Annual Shadows. Annual Shadows. When the oak shadow touches the well, it's time to harvest heart medicines. When the barn shadow reaches the hives, begin winter remedies. Scene 6, Lifespan Shadows. Lifespan Shadows. A child's shadow at noon predicts their constitution. An elder's afternoon shadow length indicates vitality. The 3-generation standard. Master healers maintain the living chain ancestor recipes, hand-copied every 20 years to prevent drift. Apprentice journals, each generation adds new observations, future seeds, varieties bred for great-grandchildren's needs. Their most potent medicines. The 5-year rule. Year 1 to 5 for acute illnesses, year 5 to 20 for chronic conditions, 20+ years reserved for spiritual crises. Documented cases, a 47-year-old using mullein oil to stop antibiotic-resistant pneumonia. In 1936, elderberry syrup halted a modern flu outbreak. During the Civil War era, wound powder healed diabetic ulcers. The pulse diagnosis, or how they read the body without machines. Advanced practitioners detect the 12 pulses. The liver pulse is found at the right index finger, the heart pulse at the left pinky, and the bone marrow pulse behind the ears. Weather patterns. A spring rain pulse indicates a good prognosis, while a February thaw pulse serves as a warning sign. The dream pharmacy. After dreaming of running water, this can indicate kidney issues. During the waning moon, fevers tend to decrease as viral loads drop, and when the patient remembers the recipe in sleep, it can be a significant sign. The compass healing. Treatment varies by directional ailments. North-facing ailments often involve deep bone issues. South-facing conditions, on the other hand, typically affect the skin or surface. And when it comes to east or west imbalances, these usually pertain to the nervous system. The blood memory method is quite fascinating. Certain herbs are only... There are several practices associated with blood memory. Some herbs are chewed to absorb through the cheek membranes. Others are administered while reciting the patient's family medical history. And sometimes they are paired with the patient's own hair or nail clippings. Now, let's talk about something quite intriguing, the silence protocol. This ancient practice, often shrouded in mystery, has been passed down through generations. It's a method to attain inner peace and clarity by embracing the power of silence. Many have found that through this practice, they can connect more deeply with their inner selves and, well, the world around them. So, let's dive in and explore the profound impact of the silence protocol. From midnight to dawn, there must be no speaking, only wooden tools are to be used, and breathing is done through a specific nostril. The reciprocal healing law, the final and most sacred rule. Never take more than you give back. For every herb harvested, plant 3 seeds. For every healing given, teach the method. For every life prolonged, ensure the knowledge continues. Your invitation. This season, try just one authentic practice. Track when dandelions close in your yard. Save your citrus peels in a special jar. Notice how your shadow changes at midday, because true medicine was never about fighting death. It's about honoring the conversation between life and time.